Welcome to maths class. We're doing analytical geometry. We're given a problem, and that's analytical geometry. It deals with angles, position, and coordinates. Grade 12. So we have equation x squared plus y squared is equals to 16. That's a cycle. So that's the cycle there for that equation. Okay. And we are given 2x plus y is equals to 4, and that's the straight line there that joins the part PQ. 2x plus y is equals to 4, and we have to answer the question, as I show that the coordinates of P and Q are 0 to 4 and 3.2 to negative 2.4. Alright, so let's start with the cycle where x squared plus y squared is equals to 0. But okay, it's equals to 16 actually. So it's gonna be equals to 16. So we have x is 0. Okay, so x squared plus y squared is equals to 16, and we have x is 0 squared, and then what will y be? So that's for p. So we have to solve for y to get p. So y is plus or minus root 16, and root 16 is 4, and then we're gonna take the positive part because it's actually on between quad 1 and 2, so it's positive above the x-axis. Now for point Q, all we have to do is we have to use again this equation of the cycle, which is x squared plus y squared is equals to 16, and then solving for y is going to be y squared is equals to 16 minus x squared, and then we have y there as positive or negative square root of 16 minus x squared, and then y is going to be checking that point there, it's negative. Okay, so that's negative value, negative y, so we're going to take the negative root, so it's going to be negative root 16 minus x squared, and then we're going to equate that. Okay, so we have two equations that meet. So we have y is equals to negative root 16 minus x squared, and we have y is going to be that equation. Y is going to be 4 minus 2x. Okay, so 4 minus 2x, so we come there and say y is going to be 4 minus 2x. So the y in both equations, that's y there and y, so we equate the equations, so we equate that and that, so the two equations are equivalent. So that's negative root 16 minus x squared is equals to 4 minus 2x, and that well said we have negative root 16 minus x squared is equals to, we multiply by negative both sides, so that gives us positive root 16 minus x squared is equals to positive 2x minus 4. So remember the sign changes on that equation. Okay, and that will say we're going to square both sides. That squared is equals to 2x minus 4 squared. So squaring that, the square root cancels out, so we're going to have 16 minus x squared is equals, we square that will give us 4x squared. 4x squared minus 16x minus 16x, and then plus 16, and then that's equal sign there, so the signs are the same, so the 16 cancels out, and then we are left with we take negative x squared to the right will give us 5x squared. So we have 5x squared. Remember that cancels out, so we have 5x squared minus 16 x is equals to 0. And then once again we're going to say, okay, x factor x, and then we're going to have 5x minus 16, and that is equals to 0. So that means we now have x is equals to 0, or we have x is equals to 16 over 5. So 16 over 5, using our calculator, 16 divided by 5 gives us 3.2. So we did find 3.2. So now we need to find the y equivalence. And then, okay, so that's 16 point, okay, so we need to find the y equivalence on that part. And then we have x squared plus y squared is equals to 16. And when we substitute x for 3.2 squared plus y squared is equals to 16, and then we have y squared, y is equals to plus or minus square root of 16 minus 3.2 squared, that's 10.24. So 16 minus 10.24, so root that, so it's going to be root okay, so that's going to be negative, so we take the negative part, is negative 2.4. that's our answer. So let's just confirm, root 16 minus 10.4 is negative 2.4. so that's our answer. And now P has a coordinate of 0 to 4, and Q has a coordinate of 3.2 to negative 2.4. That's our answer for 4.1. And we move on to 4.2. Say QO produced cuts at S, and so we find that those sides are equal, the only difference on sides. So we have S now as which S will be the opposite. It's going to be negative 3.2 and positive 2.4. so that's what we have. That's our answer. Now 4.3, determine the equation of the cycle with the center at R. So let's find the center at R where y is 0. We're using the straight line equation. So we have 2x plus y is equals to 4, and then we have 2x plus 0 is equals to 4. So that means we have x as 4 divided by 2, and our x is going to be 2. Okay, so that's our R. So R becomes the center. So R is 2, and now we have the equation. So equation states that it's x minus the coordinate of the center, which is 2 squared, plus y. Remember the center is y is 0 there, so y is 0 at the center, and then is equals to R squared, that's 2 squared, so that's going to be x minus 2 squared plus y squared is equals to 4. So that's our equation for 4.3. 4.4, determine the distance of the cycles where x squared plus y squared is equals to 16, and x minus 6 plus y squared is equals to minus y actually is equals to 12. So we need to find x squared minus y. We complete the square, so it's half b, so it's negative 1 over 2 squared minus negative 1 over 2 squared is equals to 12. So here we complete the square. So what we have there, we have x minus 6 squared plus we have to factor that, so it's y minus half, and that's y minus half, and then that's going to be minus 1 over 4 is equals to 12. And that gives us x minus 6 squared plus y minus half squared is equals to 12 plus quarter. Okay, so that means we have x minus 6 squared plus y minus half squared is equals to 49/4. So that gives us 12.25. So we put it in a fractional format. So we know that these are our coordinates of the center. So that means now we have we have 0 to 0 to, so these are the centers. We have two centers, 0 to 0 to 6 is to half. So the distance is between the center 0 to 0 to 6 to half. So we're gonna find that it's gonna 6 minus 0 squared plus half minus 0 squared. Okay, and then from there we have let's just square the square root 6 squared plus half squared gives us the root of that, gives us 6.02. So 6.02 units. So that's gonna be our distance, and that's our final answer. I want to thank you all for watching, and please do not hesitate to follow or subscribe. So these are all the steps that we have. We have step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Yeah, so this is your tutor. This is your Black Adam 5D tutor. By 5D I mean I do different subjects here, but focusing on maths, physics and chemistry. So this is your Adam, and do not forget to follow or subscribe. Your support will be appreciated. Thank you.